So, Nelson, could you talk about the role that social media has played when it comes to not only discovering the talent, but using it as a vehicle for exposure, but then on the other side of the pendulum, like the task of keeping them from self-destructive behavior?
Yeah, well, I think, social media has its place. And I think, like anything, it's about having boundaries with it. We had a client that we rep that she was in the film The Social Dilemma. It's a really interesting perspective on like what social media and what, are the negatives and positives of like the world of, social media. And it's interesting. I find that if you don't have boundaries, there's a lot of teens that like, have their phone be their world and they're connected to this thing and they get their self validation out of this phone. And so it's important to like, if you're going to use social media, which I think we nowadays need to continue using to really impact and get a career to the next level. I have actors that say to me, Nelson, I don't want to use social media at all. They know that it's not good for them and they'd rather not use it as a tool. And then I have clients that are willing to do it. But with those clients, I'll say, listen, let's have some boundaries on it. Say, okay, 20 minutes a day. And it's important just not to compare yourself. So I see a lot of our young teens scrolling through, they get hooked with it. And then they're comparing themselves to like, oh, this girl's lifestyle or what they look like or comparing themselves. So I think that's where we get in trouble. I think when it's a positive thing, it's like when you use it to send a message out about your brand and but you don't get hooked by reeling down this endless scrolling thing that you do all day. So it's setting your boundaries and just say, okay, 20 minutes a day, I'm going to allow myself to do this as a tool to network and meet other people and connect with others and see kind of what, people are up to and to be creative. We have various people that we represent on the brand side that they're social media influencers and they make, sizable income from that sort of structure. So for them, it's how they make their income. So I see that happening more and more and more now. So it is an important tool to use, but again, I'm going to say boundaries, boundaries, boundaries.
Right.